Homer J. Simpson is my hero. As I mentioned before, The Simpsons is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. One of my favorite episodes is the one where Homer backs his car over Lisa's saxophone. That's how he pronounces saxophone. It happens during an oppressively hot summer, and Homer has just managed to save up enough money to buy the perfect air conditioning unit, an air conditioning unit he's had his eye on for quite some time. But when he backs over Lisa's saxophone and destroys it, he finds out that to the exact penny, it costs the same amount to replace her saxophone as it does to buy the air conditioning unit. So now he's in the throes of a dilemma: either get what he wants, desperately wants for himself, the air conditioning unit, or make Lisa happy, replace her saxophone. Throughout the course of the episode, he does everything possible to get out of this dilemma. In one of the most hysterical scenes during that show, he's sitting on the couch in just his tidy whities. It's quite a visual. And he's sweating profusely, just sitting there. He's sweating profusely, moaning and groaning about how bad the heat is. In desperation, he goes to the freezer and grabs a bag of frozen peas and sits on it to try to get some relief from the heat, which doesn't really work. As he's sitting there on his frozen bag of peas, again, quite the visual, he looks out across the way and sees his neighbor Flanders in his house, perfectly cool in his well air-conditioned home. So Homer hatches a plan and somehow manages to sneak in and steal Flanders's air conditioner without him knowing it. And in the next scene, you see Flanders standing outside of Homer's living room window. He has to wipe the frost off the window. It's so cool inside. And when he does, he peers in and he sees Homer in this heavy winter coat with a scarf and a hat on. And there's icicles hanging from his nose and his ears. His air conditioner, Flanders' air conditioner, is working so well for Homer. Homer's freezing inside his house. Reluctantly, Homer has to give up Flanders' air conditioner, and he's right back where he started with that simple decision he has to make: take care of what he wants for himself or make Lisa happy. If you know anything about Homer Simpson, you know that he is the caricature of the self-indulgent American. He is single-minded in his focus on taking care of himself, making himself comfortable. But in a shockingly out-of-character move, in a very touching scene, at the end of the show, Homer decides to replace Lisa's saxophone. He gives up what he wants most in order to make his daughter happy. This is why Homer J. Simpson is my hero, because this most unlikely of characters, every once in a while he surprises you and he touches your heart with this heroic, self-sacrificing love. And even though it's a cartoon, I know it's only a cartoon, even though it's only a cartoon, it does point to a deeper truth, a deeper human truth, which is that we will only ever find true contentment, true fulfillment in self-sacrificing love, this same kind of heroic love. At the end of that episode, Lisa is gleefully playing away on her saxophone, and Homer watches her totally, perfectly delighted. He exudes a joy and contentment that you rarely ever see him have on the show. And that's the truth of this kind of self-sacrificing love. Yes, it may seem counterintuitive. It may clash with the prevailing wisdom. It may run up against all the cultural propaganda. But from celebrities like Meghan Markle to the quiet desperation of our own ordinary lives, we know so well from our experience that happiness is never truly found, fully found in taking care of our own needs, in getting everything we want. That usually only leaves us lonely and empty and often depressed. No, true happiness is found in this self-denying kind of love. True happiness is found in loving sacrificially. True happiness is found, just as Jesus said, right through the cross. As paradoxical as it seems, dying to yourself, which is what Jesus meant by taking up your cross, dying to yourself, it actually expands your joy. Every time you have an impact on somebody else's life, every time you love sacrificially, every time you touch somebody else's heart, it enriches you, and often exponentially so. So as crazy as Jesus' teaching about the cross seems at first, we in modern America are probably in the best position of any people throughout history to know that true happiness is never found in having all your dreams fulfilled and making it to the top and getting everything that you want. That usually only leaves you lonely and empty and often depressed. No, true happiness, even though it is much harder. It is, after all, dying to yourself. There's a real death to self, to what you want. Real happiness, true happiness, deep, profound happiness is only found in this way, Jesus' way, of self-emptying love. The cross is where true happiness is found. So what makes you happy? Do you think the cross is where true happiness is found? I'd love to hear what you think. You can go to the Raising Jesus website, the Contact EJ page, and leave your comments or questions there. Also, please like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't had a chance to already. I truly appreciate all the support all of you have been giving me. Thank you.